Welcome back everyone, Ronin here, and this is going to be my second guide for Divinity Original Sin, and this is going to be a beginner's guide, pretty much things you're going to want to do as soon as you hit Sight Seal, which is hub. Now my first guide was about the character creation and kind of went over the stats. I tried not to go too much depth into my first guide, but I managed to cut it down from an hour long to 30 minutes, which is still pretty long for a guide. But this game has so much depth, so many things to do. It's hard to have it condensed so much when there's just so many things to learn and do. There's still things I'm figuring out that I never had a clue about in this. I'm going to try to focus a bit on the rogue aspect, because not so much that you need to have a rogue early game. There's a lot of things you can do that are either involving stealth or opening chests, things like that. I have lockpicking at 4 right now, by having a +1. Now I may be able to just get to 5 and this will work, but I don't really want to waste them right now. I want my sneaking higher to be able to be more combat effective with pickpocketing. I don't really use it. I see the benefits of it, but really it may only affect maybe 1 or 2 quests. And then in the same sense, lockpicking is not hugely needed right in the beginning. I'll show you why. So with 4, even if I try to use a lockpick, this one I need a 5. This one can't be opened. It's a level 20 Chest of the Store's King. Pretty sure one of these two I needed a scroll to open earlier, which I think by following this tip you may not need to. You only get about 2 scrolls, I think maybe 3 in the whole game, to unlock a key, and I would keep it for the ones with the purple locks on them, because those can't be lockpicked. Now, since I just demonstrated I can't lockpick this, trust me, you won't find these chests here in Sight Seal when you get here. What you do is you grab your knight, or somebody that has a high strength value, you drag it to his inventory. Now you have the chest in your inventory. You can carry it wherever you want, and when you feel your lockpicking skills are good enough, you can just drop them back down and reopen your chest. I'm not 100% sure if the loot gets rolled on once you open the chest, because all the items in every chest, every box, are all random. So let me drop them back down. Or you could even put them in a backpack if you want to save space. Now they weigh 13 pounds, so it's a lot. I mean, it's not a huge amount, but... So, for most chests, what you do is hit them until they break. Now, this is an Ornate Chest. Okay. If you look at the top, I push control, it has 54,400 HP. It would take forever to open this. One thing that sometimes works is fire resist and stuff, fire spells. But I don't have enough lore master to show you the resistance. They're probably 100 for all of them. One thing you may want to equip, I think I still have one, I broke my last one. So you equip a crossbow, and let's just show you, if I broke like a box, hey, this chest, perfect, there's a chest here. This chest only has 500 HP. Reason why I say use a crossbow, crossbows are broken out of. They can hit as fast as you can pull the trigger. So at one point I think, I don't have it anymore, I had set up my keys differently for my keyboard. So that I can hit multiple buttons at the same time, and the arrows would just go flying like crazy. So one arrow will do 100 damage. So what you can do, especially if you have a really high level chest and you can't open it because you don't have a high enough lockpicking, you just spam your crossbow and it's open. And that's why you don't need lockpicking really early in the game, because as long as it's not a metal chest, you just break right through it. Once you get a Tenebrium weapon, you may be able to break through these Ornate Chests fairly easily. If I can stealth, I can just steal them. Not a big deal. Now, if you're looking for a place to stash your goods, there's no... If you see here, you have books. I dropped these off like a long time ago. I didn't need them. I didn't feel like I wanted to just sell them. I didn't need the money at the time. So what you can do, if you aren't messy like me, You could go, okay, these are red though. Go find a barrel. Here we go. This barrel. Perfect. I'm gonna drop some gear in this barrel. Your inventory. Or you can put those chests that you have. You put an infinite amount of items because every time you reach the next row, even if I can just do this, it'll pop another row. If I want to keep going, pop another row. That's where bags come in really handy, because if I start putting things in my backpack, say potions, this helps distribute some weight around your characters. So my weight didn't change, but what I can do, I'm still at 106, but my bag weighs 7 pounds. Kilograms, I'm not sure. There you go, backpack's done. But then you want to access those potions. You don't want to have to go scroll through everything here. You just want those potions back real quick. Bag's back in inventory. In the bag, all your items in there. So that's what the bags are for. They help you manage your items, so you don't have a massive amount of items like I do right now that you have to scroll through all the time. So this barrel holds all my things. You'll be able to access this as soon as you find your first item, quest item. I'm not gonna release any spoilers. So I'm at the homestead. Most of this is unlocked, or most of these items are locked. I could pick up that chest then. So this is your tavern, or like great hall, or whatever it's called. So once you find 2 of those items, quest items that you need for your homestead, which is pretty quick. You can get 2, maybe even 3 really early in the game. You need to leave. So now I have 3 people in the party. Let's say you didn't like the NPCs the game gave you. Talk to this guy and hire new
until we
people.
meet again.
So I'd recommend doing this kind of early in the game, because unless you know there's a character at a certain level, you just really want that class and it has all the skills you want inside one character. Apparently I'm level 13. I can hire level 12s. Hey, yeah. You can hire same level, which is nice. So, you know, if you want a rogue, you didn't build a rogue in the beginning, and you like these skills, you can go for it and grab one of these. Now, I wouldn't recommend waiting till 20. By then, you're kind of low on the XP left in the game. Okay, so apparently you can hire 1 level above you. Nice. Oh yeah. So you can get whatever you feel. There's Shrek. Or whatever, not Shrek, but the lady version of Shrek. Fiona. And yeah, same with talents, you know. So unless you pick them out early, where you can basically pick out everything, you know, you'll start with this, and then that's not a big deal if, well, okay, strength on a caster, not good. But you know what I mean, you go through and you pick out what you think would be a good character. You know, like this cleric with int constitution, that's probably pretty good. Shield, armor, okay, she's gonna be kind of tanky. Witchcraft, you need to add her hydro sophist in there. And pack mule, meh. Each good. Pack mule is kind of useless in this game. I didn't realize they put so much more information on there. So if you want a quick travel back, you can go. I was at North Gate. Prove to you, these items still stayed on the floor. They'll be there permanently. Go to the barrel. All my stuff's there. So you can put them wherever. There's a good spot in the game. There's like a blacksmith's hammer once you start crafting. Sometimes it's the angle, eh? Oh, there we go. Behind the secret house, abandoned house, and you can do all your crafting here. Often enough, I use that barrel, put all of my crafting things in there. I'll cover crafting in another guide because there's a lot to learn, and it's really handy late game, early game. Can be useful if you add certain elements or like you sharpen the weapons, do more damage. So the other thing I wanted to show, how to make easy money early on in the game. This is how I make my money. This takes me about probably an hour, but it's easy money to give you a good head start in the game. In the tutorial, it teaches you that you can remove your party's chain links so that you can move them individually. So you notice I'll try to sneak with my mage. Okay, so you see the size of the cones for them. Let's start this. Okay, so these guards see all the way over here, and they have a pretty big cone with my mage. If I use my rogue, see, because my sneak is higher, the cones are so much smaller. Mage and rogue, and it's even that shorter. It stops here. I think this one is adding to it. See it stop right here. But what you can do, and you don't need a rogue for this, I said before. You need is you grab one of your characters, come in, you interact. That person is now locked. What you have to do is switch characters. Go and interrupt him.
Well, hello there.
These two are now locked. Now I know there's a cat. He's caught me before. The cat is not locked. As long as you can do this with 3 people. If there's 4 NPCs in the room, it's going to be a little bit harder. But now they're locked there. What you can do is just start going through everything. Okay, nothing in here. I probably already went through. You can pickpocket, but it will tell you unable to steal this item because his value is higher than my pickpocketing. My pickpocketing skill is at 0, so I can't steal anything like that. If you do try, you're gonna get caught and you're gonna actually call the guards on you. What you can do is light cups. A light cup, what's worth 480. You'll sell it for a lot less, but 480 is a really good start. You can probably steal the candles, but I don't think candles have any sell value. Probably 1. Candles have an application though I can show you right after. Candle holder. Big one is paintings. If you go here, gold cups, you know, those are worth a lot. Painting of a man, 1350. You can go around Sicile and steal everybody's painting, go through their belongings, steal as much as you want, and sell them. And also, this key is locked. Can't be picked. Alright. This is a good example for a door. I can't pick it. Bash through the door if I can target it. Because I'm on the wrong side of it. Alright, bad example. Close this door. I could just break down the door. If you don't have. But then the same thing. You can't do that if you're gonna be seen. So let's back to my crossbow. Faster. Down the door. Now I don't recommend doing this when they can see you, but one way to access rooms early on in the game. That's how you steal stuff, and then you go sell to the vendors. And when you're done, just tell them you have to leave. Go do this to all of them.
Until we meet again.
And you go all the other rooms that you feel like you want to steal stuff from. I don't want to hit anybody, so go to a safe spot and show you a cool little trick with a candle that sometimes you can use, and it doesn't tell you in the tutorial, I think. But I try to carry a candle with me a lot because it only costs 1 AP to use. Doesn't tell you right now, I'm not in combat. But you see, I have a few on me. So what you can do is you can throw them in combat. Toss them out of your inventory. I'm not sure if this one is lit. It's lit. Sometimes you have to touch them. Yeah, it all depends on if you what state it was when you picked it up, or I think if you got rained on, it may actually not be. Then I'm going to use this example. I put a puddle of oil on the ground. So now it's a puddle of fire and smoke, so you can't see through the smoke. So this is handy because if you walk into a dungeon and you see, sometimes you'll see candles laying around, and with the telekinesis ability, it's easy enough to just grab the candle, just toss it. Boom. Fire. So sometimes you'll see big runoff paths of oil. You can do this, and you will notice this in the tutorial. You can actually do this. Oh, right. Okay. So let's say you want to steal something. And I already did this in an old video, but I deleted it. So right now, she can't see very far, right? I don't think she moves, so I can walk all around her because of this partition. Maybe she looks around, she's still facing primarily this way. So as long as you don't get caught moving her things. If I use one of my other characters, actually I was stealthy on my mage, so even perfect, it shows you the bigger cone. Now if I move something, she'll get angry. Oh, she should get angry. Okay, doesn't make it later on. But what you can do is move partitions, block people's eyesight. Oh, I hit her. That's bad. Don't hit people. Get the idea. This is almost like Skyrim's bucket. Oh, some of you are familiar with it. That's weird. But it's almost like putting a bucket on top of the guard's face. Now, I can pretty much move freely without getting detected. And this can be used like a lot of places. Used in combat or before combat when you're setting up your fights. Move oil barrels, you can move you know, let's say this is an oil barrel, you can move it over there. And then, you know, if you have an archer, it's easy to just break it. And if it was an oil barrel, you can put a candle there before the fight, and you know it's going to light up. Fire barrel now. Do the same with poison barrels, all those things. We cover the spells a lot more when I have them all basically unlocked, or at least the majority of them unlocked. Hopefully these tips help you starting the game. At least it'll give you some gold to be able to buy maybe a weapon. Sometimes you get a good deal on a weapon, or at least a weapon that's going to be helpful in the beginning. But mainly keep that gold for your skills. They all come in the spellbook variant, and the NPCs are scattered throughout the town. But for example, let's do it real quick. Show you right now. The Fletcher sells you the archer skills. The mage, this shop sells you arrow surge, leave. She sells you hydro and an arrow. The combat spells are from the commander here. So that's for your warriors, fighters. And on the second floor, Aratu, he sells you fire spells. I think earth. The last three is in the tavern on the second floor. The lady there in there, a merchant. She sells you thieves and witchcraft. Don't forget to subscribe. Hopefully this has helped you out. I'll be releasing another guide shortly. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.